Nick Halderman here backstage with the zombie Maxine and Drizzy. She has just arrived here at a Midnight Metrodome. Maxine, if you don't mind me asking, what exactly are you doing here? The Voodoo King Asheron Nightfire hasn't gotten in touch with anyone all day, and he's not here in the building. So what are you doing here?
He decided not to show up, did he? Let me guess. He's afraid of what I might make him do. Tisk, tisk. The poor child hasn't have the stomach for the greatness he is destined for anymore. I don't need him to escort me here in the UWS. Considering his loss of backbone, crying for the medics as Mohegan laid in the middle of the ring like the trollop she is, I should be escorting him.
Really is amazing, Maxine. You seem to have taken control over him. Until now, it was you that was the one who was controlled.
Right until he got himself banished again. He once again left me behind to pick up the pieces. Perhaps if he were stronger, then we wouldn't be in this little mess, You fools expect him to leave the calamity that he created to not increase her own power. This is clearly the case of the student surpassing the master. You fools seem to think that anyone can drag any soul they choose back from the abyss. And before you use that slave's name again, I wish to be called by my true name, Marionette.
Marionette, right. After your manipulation of Asheron to slam Savannah through a table during last week's affliction, in which she had suffered some severe injuries, aren't you afraid of what Kurt Bombastic might do to you or to Asheron?
Scared of Bombastic? Please. He is an even more pitiful excuse for a waste of human flesh than anyone else. He claims that during the years I wasted on him, well, the one he calls simply devilish, and himself, were the most devastating couple in known wrestling. That may have been the case, but only because I carried him. You see how he clings to the harlot now. He hides behind her because it is necessary for him to brag of his accomplishments, to make himself out to be a real man, a worthy competitor. The sniveling child comes out here week after week under the harlot's skirts, puffing out his chest like a buffoon, claiming that this is the house that Bombastic built. Perhaps we will get to watch him cry as the power of voodoo causes his Tower of Babel to crumble, as children cannot build anything that lasts.
And finally, Maxine, what about Derek Zane? It seems you've had control over him as well.
I have control. And that is another time to tell. This interview is over. You bore me. You're too fleshy and too dark.
Alright, back out to ringside.